Hello. If you're entering the webinar, throw us a comment, say hello, tell us where you're from.
Hello.
There should be, it just keeps rising. There should be 31 of you now. Hi.
Good morning, guys.
Let us know where you're from. We'd love to know. I'd also love to know who was at our last Booked and Busy. Calgary, Nova Scotia, Georgia,
Newfoundland, wow.
Newfoundland, BC, Nanaimo, CO. Is that Colorado? Yes, this will be recorded, and if you did sign up, which you did if you're here, you'll get the recording. But it's definitely great if you can stay and be interactive and ask questions so we can make sure you get the most out of this. So I apologize for this second Booked and Busy to take so long, but we have two in a row for you. So I have my lovely friend Sarah next to me, and we're going to be talking all about Instagram and Reels today. And then on Monday, Brandy and I are going to focus on DM selling. So really a social media focus these next two Booked and Busies. Fort Worth. Okay. San Diego. Woo. All right, Sarah, should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So if you're part of the Son of Fam, I had Sarah here a few months ago talking all about eyebrows and laminations and waxing. So that is what Sarah does. I should let you introduce yourself, Sarah. But
Sure.
Sarah is Instagram queen. If you follow her, Sarah, do you want to put your Instagram in the comments here so they can follow you? Sarah has social media figured out. It's something that I would say comes easy to you, Sarah. Like you're so creative and you found a way to make social media so unique to you. And I'm so thankful that you want to share with the Son of Fam all the goods. I know every time I see you, I learn something. And someone said, "Oh my God, brows are hard to do. I'm trying, but not great." Well, Sarah has a course for that, and she also offers one-on-one. Just gonna say that. Anyway, Sarah, you talk about yourself. I will let you. I could go on and on.
Sure. Yeah, so I've been in the industry for 13 years. Originally, I was a makeup artist, so I did that for a long time, and then I kind of switched gears about 4 years ago into predominantly brows, which has been an amazing journey, and it's definitely I absolutely love it. And I just love the beauty industry as a whole. So it's always been something I've been really passionate about. And I really loved Jessie's her session, the last one, because it really did. That's how you start your business. You need those old school original ways of gaining clientele and establishing yourself. That's exactly how it starts. But I must say, social media, especially in today's world, has taken my business tenfold, and I wouldn't be where I am today without it. And it does allow you to quantum leap in terms of shortening that gap of how long it takes you to grow. So within the last year, especially, it's kind of also given me an opportunity to offer more things to people, and it's opened a world of, I guess, things I can offer for people. It's given me a chance to offer people more things. So definitely, if social media comes difficult for you, put in the little bit of work. It's just practice. That's all it is. It really can be simple, and you should master it because we are in 2023 and it's only going to get more advanced. So it's important to start, and I really value it. So I'm excited that we're all here and we are going to learn about how important social media is and make your business amazing on its social media as well. All right. Okay. So should we get started?
Yes.
Okay. So first things, I want everyone to picture this scenario. So say you just moved to a new city or you moved to your current hometown, and you have a friend that tells you that you have to see this hairstylist, this amazing hairstylist, you have to go see her. What is the first thing they do? Or what is the first thing you do or ask? Can anyone put in the comments what you think you would do? You probably want to see their work, or your friend is probably going to show you their work. And what do you do? Any ideas? This should be a given.
I feel like you go on Instagram. I mean, that's what I do. I just planned a whole trip for Brandy and I in Vancouver, and we had to get blowouts, makeup, restaurants, and I found everything on Instagram. I didn't even Google.
100%.
I didn't even Google once.
Yes, totally. So I can even think when with clients and people ask me, do you know anyone who does tanning? Do you know anyone who does lashes? They immediately ask me, while I'm doing their brows, let me see their Instagram. And why do they want to see their Instagram? Because it's their portfolio. It's not necessarily about having a perfect, pretty, filtered and all this stuff Instagram. It's about it being your portfolio, because you want to see their work. And on top of seeing their work, it also gives you confirmation, like a version of reviews, right? It gives you confirmation that other people are using their service and that they are desirable and from other people. So social media is really powerful that way. So I want you guys to remember that that's why it's something that we need to invest time in. I mean, even data shows that over 70% of people look to Instagram. This is data, guys. So we can't even fight that. These are numbers. 70% of people look to Instagram first to seek out a new service or business. And then think about if it was just women who were, that the data was showing, it would probably be an even higher number if it was just women that they did the study on, let alone women of your target market. So think of all the people you know that do that, and then you think of your whole entire city. There's so many people who are using social media to seek out the exact service you offer. So we need to optimize our Instagram, make it so when people come to your page, they want to book you, they see the quality of work you do, because that is often the issue, is that we do amazing work, but we don't know how to capture it. Or they come to our page and they're confused by the verbiage in your bio. So these things are amazingly important, and we are going to make your page fabulous. All right, so before we get into the lesson, I also want to do a little exercise that I think is important when it comes to social media, because I know it can be intimidating for people. So hopefully everyone has a pen and paper. If you do not, please go grab one. Excuse me if you can hear my very crazy dog. Okay, so on our piece of paper, you're going to write a desires list. Just 2 things. We won't get into it too crazy, but I want you to write 2 desires for your business. And I don't even think too small. Doesn't have to be major, but definitely think bigger. And the desires could be anything like a certain amount of revenue per year. Like say you want to make your first 6 figures. Say there's a certain client you want, maybe a kind of a celebrity type client. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of followers, offer a new service, anything like that. Take a couple or just a minute or so to write down 2 desires in your business. And if you feel comfortable, I would love to hear 1 or 2 of your desires. Please put them in the chat. I can also give you one of mine. I would say I would like to grow the education side of my business. That's kind of been a new venture for me the last year. So my goal is to really become a sought out educator in brows and social media. 10K a month and 10K followers. I like the 10s. It's a good number. Reach new markets and women to come to my page weekly to learn something new. Totally. Anyone else?
Come on.
Come on, guys. I know you have it. Don't be scared. Say it. You want to make $1 million? Put $1 million.
I think we had to do a training on manifesting, apparently.
Yeah, totally. I want to make my first 6 figures, 100%. Passive revenue stream. Okay, yeah. Social media. Scale with employees. Cool. Okay, so if you think of these 2 desires you have, think of the version of you who is already doing that. So the version of you that already has an amazing passive revenue stream, a version of you that has a full clientele, full books, a version of you that's already making 10K a month. You have 10,000 followers. These are the version of you that already exists with these things. Now, the version of you that has these things, would she do the things that I'm going to teach you today? Would she do the things that Jessie taught you? Would she do the things that Chanel is going to teach you on Monday? 100% she would. She would post every day, if not every other day. She would put effort into educating herself to be a better spray tan artist. She would educate herself on how to be a better business owner, how to hire employees, if that's the direction you want to go. So if you think of the version of yourself who would be at those desires, they would put in these actions. And to get there, we need to act like the person we want to be, not the person we currently are. Not to look down on who we currently are, but we need to make those actions, act like the person we want to be to become them. So I want you to think of that while we go through this. And when you are scared to post, I know we can be scared of being cringe and we feel like it's not good enough, and are people going to judge us? And only one person saw our post. I've been there, guys. It's like, cool, Ziri, literally like 10 views. So we've all been there. It doesn't matter. And nobody thinks, oh, that girl only got 10 views. So if you feel cringe, if you feel scared, just remember you have to start making those actions to become the person you want to be. Okay. So hopefully that will set us up good to go forward and feel confident in showing up on Instagram. All right, so our first lesson will be about our bio and our username. So it's going to be very straightforward, and I want you guys to also start brainstorming ideas. So I will give you time to do so, but I'm going to talk about the importance on why your username and the bio is so important. Okay, so first things first, obviously you have what the name of your account is. So I want to tell you right now, it must be your business name. So I've seen people have a name like their business is called Tans by Sarah, but then their username on Instagram is Tans by Sarah with a glow. So all those things they're disconnected. So when people go to search you, it won't necessarily come up when they search you. So you want everything to be cohesive and straightforward. So first of all, your @ must be your business name. Okay, so first things first, if that is not something that is currently the way for you, then make sure you make that change. Okay, then I want to talk about the name part in your Instagram, which is the bold part. Does everyone know what I'm talking about?
Everybody pull up Sarah on Instagram if you can. I mean, if you're entering on your phone, it might be a little harder, but it's easier to look at a profile when we're talking about all these
Totally.
different components.
Sure, yes. Let's go to my Instagram. So
even hold it up.
yes,
It's hard to see.
perfect. Yeah, amazing.
Okay, keep talking.
So if you can see that first line, so it's bold, right? It says Calgary Brow Lamination Expert and then -nano. So this part is very important because it is searchable. So if someone goes on Google, which yes, we still want to be searchable on Google, if someone even uses search in Instagram or any other platform, that is searchable. So it's very, very important that that contains a couple key points. So you want that to have your business name for sure, even if your what am I saying? That your @ symbol is your business name, you can include it there. But the most important part is that it contains your niche. So for me, I do all types of brows, but my niche is brow lamination. That's what I want to book the most. So that's in there, meaning when people look at brow lamination, I will come up. And then you also want to have your city, especially because you're doing, unless you have a service that is worldwide, but if you're local, which you all are, you need to have your city in there. So when someone looks up very basic search words, which would be Calgary brow lamination, Calgary tanning, Calgary airbrush tanning, you want that to come up. So
yeah, you guys look this up. If you look up your city name and whatever service you do, whether it's waxing, tanning, whatever you guys are on here and that you do, see if you even come up. Because I did it yesterday. and I did Calgary spray tanning, and there was only like 6 businesses that came up, and I'd never heard of any of them. So like you guys might be losing out on business just there alone. Like you don't have where you're located, which is so important in the service industry.
No, it's so true. Yes, so you need to have your city and what you do, your niche. Think as niche as possible. Like if you do fitness competitions, that's your main clientele, I would put Calgary fitness model spray tanning is what I would put. So the more niche you can be, the better, because people will look directly for those things. But the simplest way to do it, if you're not sure what your niche is your city and the service you offer, which is spray tanning. Right? So you really want to make sure my business name is taken on Instagram. So I added the year I was licensed. I'll have to get back to that.
Yeah, let's take those type of questions at the end.
Okay, sure.
That'll be fun.
Totally. Okay, so does that make sense to everyone? The bold part is searchable, so we need to have your city and what you're offering so people find you when they look for what you do. And that example that Chanel said is so true. I was looking at some of your guys's, because I had obviously some people follow me, looking at your accounts, and that's definitely a change that we can make as a whole. Okay, next I'm going to talk about your photo. So this one can be, we get our branding done, we get our logo, and it makes total sense why you'd want to put your logo as your photo. But if you are just a solopreneur, it's just you, I strongly suggest that you put a photo of yourself, because people will be more drawn to a person over a logo. With Sana, where it's a whole, and larger companies where you have obviously more than one employee and it's not just yourself, that's a different situation. But as you're beginning, this isn't a must, but I would suggest putting a photo of yourself. People will be more inclined to click on someone that has like a face, they can see you. And if not, if you really don't want to do that, then make sure there are a decent amount of photos of you in your feed, because, or in your, your feed, in your feed, because if I don't, like, it's just nice to see what you're getting into, like who that person is. Otherwise it just feels so disconnected. It just feels like digital. There's no person behind it. It's just brows, or it's just tans. So show yourself. It's very important if it's not your profile photo. All right. Okay. Now let's get into the bio. So with your bio, there are 3 to 4 points that are really crucial for you to include. I'm sure you've all heard about a CTA, so a call to action, which would be the last point on your bio. So that is important, and we need to have that book here. But the other 3 are very important, because it's what people are going to see when they come to your page. Yes, they see obviously your photos and your reels and whatnot, but it's the first thing they're going to look at, and they want to know these things right away, and it will have a huge impact on if they want to book you, or it will make them more inclined to book you. So these questions that your bio should answer are the following. So 1, what are you offering? How are you going to help them? People want to know, how are you going to help them? Okay, make sure you're writing that down. Someone comes on your page. Okay, what is this person doing? Before I even look, even if you're a comedian on the page, it's like, I will make you laugh. Like that immediately makes them go, okay, now I'm going to go through this page and find funny things, or these things that they make me laugh. You better make me laugh. Okay, so how are you helping me? What are you offering? The second point is, how badass are you, or why should I follow you?
I love that.
So usually it's going to be something unique about what you offer, and I will give examples of these for you guys as well. So write that down. How badass are you? Something that makes you you. Why are you different than everybody else? Why are you better than the other spray tan place? And then lastly, besides your CTA, is an unusual fact about yourself, or a professional achievement. Bonus points if it's a number. So for me, if you look at mine, it says 13 plus years in the beauty industry. That's my unusual fact or professional achievement. So if numbers are easy to digest, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. What does that mean? Or whatnot. So if you have a number, it's really powerful. If you, so a number is great, but it can be honestly anything that's unusual or a professional achievement, which I will give you examples if you've only been in business for say a year and you feel like that's not significant enough. All right, so let me give you some examples. If for your first point, so what are you offering? An example would be making your full body glow without harmful rays would be one way of making it kind of sound cool, but obviously that means spray tanning. And then remember your bold part says spray tanning Calgary. So they know you're doing spray tanning, but what you are doing for them is that you're giving them that full body glow without harmful rays. Then how badass are you? So this is me if I was a spray tan artist. Natural ingredients, natural finish. Obviously thinking using Sana products. So that would be a key part that makes you different than someone else who's using a different brand. You know, what's special about Sana? So that could be something that you insert in your bio, natural ingredients, or it's really something I like about Sana is that people who are more fair skin toned, it can work really well for them without getting that orange. So another version could be like a natural no orange glow. So something that's unique, right? And that is badass, definitely. And then lastly, unusual fact or professional achievement. So if you don't want to say how many years you've been in business, you could say Sana Pro certified. You could say Canadian found, Canadian products was one that I thought was cool. If you're based in Canada and it's a Canadian founded product that you're using, you could use that as a unusual fact, and people will be drawn to that. And then
like what you used to do, like bank retiree turned spray tan artist, like you can talk a little bit about something personal too.
Yes. Another one was, again, if you specialize in a certain type of spray tanning, like say I don't really know much about spray tanning.
But you could be like a bride specialist. Yeah. If you're mobile, you're like a wedding party or group party specialist. Like call out whatever your like niche target clientele is.
Totally. Yes. So that is how your bio should be to make someone feel different about you and something that stands out to them, and then ultimately makes them want to book you. I love that. So does that make sense to you guys?
If you feel comfortable, write in your bio, like even some ideas that you have, write them in. People can be inspired by you.
What is a cool or an unusual fact about some of you? I would love to hear your unusual fact or your professional achievement. And then I'm going to look at some of your guys' Instagrams and give you a little audit.
So should we ask people to offer up their Instagrams?
Sure. Yeah. And then I should be able to share my screen that way.
So who's comfortable getting an audit right here, right now? Anyone?
And this is all love, guys. Like it will only help you understand. It's not about, that's the way your bio is. Certified Pro, bringing you that glow. Ooh, I like the rhyme. Got a good ring to it. Okay, 7H. Oh. All right, is it cool if I share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if we can make this do what we want. All right, can you guys see that? Oh, what am I doing? Is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
I never use it on my desktop, so it's kind of weird.
We can see.
There we go. Okay, I wish there we go, would go away. Alrighty, so 7H Body Boutique. This is the name of your business, I believe. Yes, because that's your website. 7H Body Boutique, UV spray tans, red light therapy, cameras. Okay, that's perfect. Your bold part there. Then UV and spray tans, red light therapy. So what are you offering? Teeth white, you're doing more of what you offer. And then supporter of small businesses. Okay, so I would say, for one, most of it's filled with just what you offer, which is great that you offer all those things. but I wouldn't have them all in there. I would say one or two of the main services you want to offer have in there, because people will still look through your feed and see that you do offer permanent jewelry or you do offer red light therapy. But I would say your main focus on what you want to sell, have that first, because it's just, they don't necessarily, I don't want to say care in a rude way, but they don't necessarily need to know that you offer all those things, especially because you've already said that you offer UV spray tans and red light therapy. So keep that there. Those seem to be your main ones. And then I would put what you're offering, UV and spray tans and teeth whitening, say. Then how badass are you? So we need something that makes you unique. Any ideas on what makes you unique?
I just have a question at the top. So she has her name as like the bold, and then she has her name again. Is that like a waste of space?
I mean,
and should the city be first, or does it matter where the city goes? Like her location?
The first word would be more searchable. So you could put, yes, your city first, and it is double. Yes. So in terms of having the 7H body boutique. So ideally, to make it the most optimal, you could put Camrose, UV spray tans, red light therapy.
And even having more of her services in bold, if she wanted, if people were searching those.
Yeah. Yeah, what fits, totally. So you could put Camrose, spray tans, red light therapy, whatever will fit, I suppose. Yeah, you could get that in there. And then you would have even more room in your bio to be more creative and catch their attention. So that's a great idea. Yes, thank you.
I think family owned and like how long you've been open is what would be cool.
Oh yeah, family owned. That's amazing.
And I love
owned business since
that's cool.
2020 or something like that. Family owned Canadian business, Canadian owned family business, which I think both people will attach to because it's, local, supporting local in terms of Canadian, which is I see is why you, I'm sure, put support our small businesses, because you are family owned. So family owned Canadian business would be wonderful. And then, yes, that is unique enough. And then we need so I would say that's your unusual fact, professional achievement, that we do need something that makes you badass or why they should follow you. So that's where it's more specific to social media itself. It could be sharing our best before and afters, or if you educate people on spray tans, or if it's certain type of product you use. So something that's.
Or are you the only one in Camrose that uses a certain red light? Like, is there anything that just, and if you aren't were you the first to bring something in? Like something even like that, like Camrose only red light therapy. I don't know if it's a special kind. Is there anything, were you the first to bring in permanent jewelry? That's an achievement too.
I see you said you're only open 5 months. So yeah, I would just say family-owned Canadian business.
Holistic nurse. Is that interesting? That's super interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah. So I would highlight that.
Yes. Camrose only. Camrose just say number one because you're the only. You could say number one, or sole providers of spray tans in Camrose. Work boots by day spray tan. That's awesome.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. There's someone else down here in light.
Do you want to do theressheglows.rd?
Let me see. There she glows.rd. Okay, so there she glows RD, perfect. Your username, of course. And then we've got your name, which is good because people will often, it's great to have your name. You don't have to have your name, but it is good because often people will be like, that Amy girl who does spray tans. So
Totally.
great. And then spray tan and teeth whitening studio. Yeah, let's add your city in there. So wherever you are, let's include your city, which is easily done. Okay, so what are you offering? So this is what makes you, this is like your wow factor, I would say, sunless tanning expert. So I would like there to almost be one more aspect to it. Sunless tanning expert.
You do, Amy, do you offer mobile or parties, or like, are you just like, what are the most tans that you do? Like, are you doing mobile? Are people coming to you? Are you doing parties? So let's assume she also offers mobile or does a lot of wedding parties. I would call that out.
Yes, definitely.
Mostly studio. Okay.
So if you,
there's something you wish you were booking more of, or like something you'd like to get into, like bridal
bridal vibe.
She has one photo in there. Mostly studio. I do offer mobile tans for parties, so she could put something about there about mobile parties.
Yes.
I know like you push retail a lot. Like you should put something in there about selling retail.
Yep, you could. So sunless tanning expert is fine. I like skin happy ingredients. And this is the only one I would say is not, you need like your unusual fact. So that could be the like the bridal, it could be the mobile service. You need something that makes you stand out.
What's an idea for like retail expert, or like
offering natural ingredients or Canadian products only, or Canadian business, Canadian support, Canadian product supporter, or using only natural, you said skin happy ingredients already. Yeah, I need to know more about I will also certified in sauna and spray tan class.
Oh, like, yeah, holistic nurse. Yeah, that is really cool. Like anything that has like a nurse in it, I find like even with having children and seeing like people start small businesses with kids, like sleep trainers and anything to do with skin. Like if you have a nursing background, people trust you more. There's like a level of trust. Even if it doesn't matter at all, there is a level of trust for sure that happens.
100%. So that's your badass part. So that could be nurse. It could be nurse turned sun tan expert. Or
it also sounds like you're double certified. Like if you have two different certificates, that's double certified.
Yeah, totally.
So instead of some expert, it could be something like that.
Yes, agreed. So let's find your wow factor. Other than that, it's looking awesome. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the simplest way to film a reel. So this is the absolute simplest way it is possible to make a reel. I use personally different apps to create my reels, but Instagram has in-app features that make it, you don't have to find the music, you don't have to move the video clips, you can just upload it and it will create the reel for you. So I'm not sure if a lot of you are using that or not, but I'm going to show you how to do that because it will make your videos look professional. You don't have to worry about timing or going to the beat or things like that. Okay, so first things first, before I do show you how to do that, let's talk about your camera settings. So this will be generally for people who have iPhones. I unfortunately am not rehearsed in Androids. I've never had an Android besides 2009, perhaps. So I am an iPhone gal. If you do not have an iPhone, you can definitely message me and I can help you research this. It is very simple. If you look up similar settings for Android, you will be able to find them. So my apologies if you do not have an iPhone. But if you have an iPhone, we are going to do the following. So grab your phone, please. Do we have a lot of iPhone users here? Put a yes in the chat, please. Anyone? No, you all don't have iPhones. Nobody has an iPhone.
I don't know if someone's
Hello. Yes. Okay. One person's got an iPhone. Yes. Sweet. Okay. Lovely. You're all here. That's awesome. Okay. So we are going to go into settings on your iPhone, right? So we all know what that looks like. The little, can you, no, that's not very good lighting. So this is mine, the little gear guy. So you're going into settings, right? You have that screen. So after you go into settings, you are going to scroll down to camera. So it's a little ways down. Keep going till you see it. I'll give you guys a little time. It's like almost, it's like midway. So you'll see camera.
Should we stop your sharing?
Oh yeah.
So you're bigger.
Let me figure out how to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you went to settings, you went to camera. Did you all find camera? Camera, yes. Okay, after we're in camera, so you clicked on that, and now I have to find mine. Now I lost it after moving. Okay, so we hit camera. Perfect. Okay, after camera, you're going to go into record video. So that's the second tab. Click that. After you hit record video, you'll see all these different formats. So it says 1080p HD at 30 frames per second. Lots of people, I'm sure, have told you to do HD, which we do not want. What you actually want to do is either 4K at 30 frames per second is what FPS is, or 4K at 60 frames per second. I personally do the 4K at 60. It's definitely the most. Some people could say like that it's a little too realistic. I personally think it's best to do that because Instagram will still compress your file, which means lower quality. So I'd rather start higher, so then it will be brought down to like a more.
Is everyone following? Does anybody need her to repeat? Is everyone following? Just say, hey, following, repeat. I think my chat like is lagging because all of a sudden I get like all these messages.
Really?
Following, good, wrote it down, all good.
Perfect. Okay, so we hit 4K at 60 frames per second. Okay, if you scroll down a little further, you'll see HDR video. Make sure that is off. Okay, so you can do HDR video on or off. Make sure that is off, and then that is it. Okay, after you made sure HDR is off, you're going to go back. So you hit camera again at the top left. Then you also want to go to formats, which is the first tab. And you want to make sure high efficiency is clicked. So you'll see high efficiency or most compatible. Make sure you do high efficiency. It might already be toggled, but just to make sure that that is clicked with a check mark. Okay, so now your phone is set to record the best quality video. This is very important to make sure that when we upload it, it looks good. But of course, we need our base camera to be ready. Now, we need to go into Instagram and make sure Instagram is ready to receive the good quality photo or video. So you're going to open up Instagram. Once you're in Instagram, you're going to hit the 3 bars to the right. Okay, we've hit the 3 bars. Then you're going to go into settings, which is the first button. Then you're going to go into account, which is almost at the bottom. After you've hit account, you're going to go into data usage. And then you want to make sure where it says use less cellular data, that is off, so it's not blue. And then you're going to make sure upload at highest quality is blue. You're lost. Where are you? Okay, so we're in Instagram.
So open Instagram, go to the hamburger, the 3 lines at the top.
I actually could show you guys, or could I actually? I don't know if I could. No, I can't. I can't in the home screen. So you're in Instagram.
Click on the 3 lines. So these guys.
Yep, hit your 3 lines. So everyone just follow this now. Hit those 3 lines. After you hit the 3 lines, I need you to hit settings, which is the first button, right? So right at the top, it says settings, right? Right here.
Yeah,
you're gonna hit settings.
Page.
After you've hit settings, you're gonna hit account. Okay, we're in account. Then after account, we're gonna hit data usage. Sorry for my light, which is there. Got it. Okay, so we got data usage. Then you're gonna make sure use less cellular data is off and upload highest quality is on. We got that? Perfect. So now we are going to be able to upload the best quality, because if that's not on, if you have bad service, Instagram will really compress your video to make sure it uploads. So we don't want that. All right, so now that we're ready for that, or now that we have established all the settings, now we are going to show you a very simple way to upload and create on-brand reels. Okay, so let's picture a scenario. I'm gonna use our video here. Just have to scroll down. There. And then I will share my screen again in a moment. Okay, going to share my screen again, guys. Alrighty, so I want you to imagine a scenario where you have taken photos of your client. So you've taken the before photos of her before her tan. Say you have a tripod set up where you have recorded yourself spray tanning her. Of course, you have her permission to do so. And then you take after photos. So you're getting close-up video or photos of her tan lines, and you've got a photo of her smiling. So you have all these photos already. Okay, so this is post content taking. Now we're going to upload it, and I will walk you through this. So what you're going to do first, so that's me just hitting record. You are going to hit the plus button, right? So this is how we upload a reel. So everyone click on that while you're in Instagram. Then you're going to click on reel. When you go into reel, usually you get this screen. But what Instagram makes it very simple for you is if you look at the bottom here, it says reel, and then to the right, it says template. So you're gonna swipe over to go to template. Is that making sense to you guys?
I didn't even know this existed. Did you guys know this templates existed?
I didn't know it existed either for quite a long time, actually. Okay, just making sure we're all good. So, oh, not that one. Okay, so we swiped over to templates, and this is why, if you've ever looked through Reels and you see it says use as template, yeah, you can click that if you see one while you're searching. But what's amazing about this is now you can just swipe through. So this is me looking through. I'll pause while I'm saying this. This is me swiping through, seeing what song I like, or what's either the song you're choosing, or the amount of photos or the amount of videos in one reel, right? So I'm just scrolling through. So I decided on this one. Okay, so when you decide which one you want, you're gonna click on it. Once you've clicked on it, this all comes up. So you see at the bottom here, 8.6, 8.6, Does that say 8.6? I can't even see it first. It says 0. I think it's 0. Sorry, 0.6. You see all these different clips. So what is that? What that is, I can't speak, doing is condensing whatever you upload into that time frame. So when you do in a different app, you're doing that all manually. But in Instagram, it's doing it for you. And this template will be to the beat of the music already. So what you do is you click Add Media here. Remember, you've already taken all the content. Then once you click Add Media, it will open up your camera roll. This is me going into a folder. And now I have all this content that I've already taken, and you're gonna click it. So I'm clicking all the ones I want. Oh, I don't want that one, but I want these other ones. And it will keep going until you fill all that are needed to make the reel. So it has that all set up for you. It's a lot. Okay, so they're all clicked. Now they're uploading. It's automatically putting it in 0.6 increments. And then it made the reel for you. Then you hit next, and now you can see your reel. And then of course you can add anything you want. So if you wanted to add text, you just add your text. How I like to do it, so I like to have the letters small and in the middle there. Then once you're done with that, you hit next again, and you want to make sure your cover photo is appealing. So this is really important. A lot of people just they just go past all of this and then put in their caption, and that's the end. You really want to make sure that your cover is an appealing photo. So if you see here, it will come up at the bottom. You can scroll once it loads. There we go. Once you scroll, you can get to a part of the reel that you like. Sorry, that was really fast. I don't know if I can go back. I can't go back. So you go to a part that you like, you scroll it to the square, and now it's all lined up. It shows you how it will look on the profile grid. And we're all set. So see how now it's that part of my reel that I liked. And then all done. And then you just press share, of course, with your caption. Does that make sense, guys? I know it's like a lot.
Yeah, and maybe we could do you could do another screen share and we could send that out too. Yeah. This is crazy. I didn't know this existed. I know there's like apps like this, but this is so easy. Like I just made a reel in like 2 seconds.
Totally. So this is the easiest way to do it. When you want to get more creative and have more control over, like say transitions, or you see people have like this zoom in, zoom out, swiping to the side or left, or different text. If you want to do things like that, it obviously is going to be a lot more, just slightly more advanced. And obviously there are different levels. But if that's something you want to do, then you do need to use a separate app. And I can definitely teach you that as well. If you ever want to get into that, shoot me a message and I can show you how to do that. But yeah, this is the simplest way. So take your content, you got the settings all laid out for you in terms of capturing quality content. And then from there, you can upload it easily and it'll create the reel for you. Just make sure you like the song and it's on brand for you, and that's it.
Yeah, and I just want to say something that's really cool about following Sarah, you guys, is you'll see that she takes a lot of video. So like in your business, like even take a video of you setting things up, you know, on your computer doing some work. Like record so much on your phone that when you go to make a reel, that you have so much content to make a reel. So if you follow Sarah, you'll see a lot of her reels are beautiful, and obviously she's very advanced in that, and she has something really cool coming out that's launching Monday, guys, if that is something that interests you. And we'll get into that after. But honestly, like, don't overcomplicate the content. I think so many people don't do reels or don't show up because they don't think they have pretty content, enough content. Like, just start recording everything on your phone. That really are that's the reels that convert. People want to know what your day to day is. So if you guys have any questions, like we'll get into questions, but if you guys have any questions about like specific to your business or you want to learn more about reels, please DM Sarah just the word Sana so she knows where you came from and kind of where the conversation is going to go. So we'll put her. Do you want to tag your business again here on Instagram, Sarah, just so people can start following you? Just message her Sana, and she is full of knowledge for you. And let's get into some of these Q&As. I know there was a couple in the chat too that we missed. So if you did put a question and we didn't answer it, if you want to throw it in the Q&A, that would be great. I can't see any of the Q&As. Can you see them?
Oh, really?
No. Can you see them?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Or actually, no. Wonder if it's there used to be one there. Weird.
Yeah, there was quite a few, and now they're not there anymore.
We might have to. Oh, there's one.
If you have a question, you guys can also just write it in the chat right now, and we'll do our best here. We have about 8 more minutes. Amy asked, is there a way to have more than 150 characters in your Instagram bio?
That I honestly don't know, but my question would be, do you really want to? It's hard the thing, you do want less words, and people, you have to remember people's attention spans are really short, and there is actually power in the number of 3. So that's why having 3 points is really important. So like mobile spray tan, been in business for 10 years, natural ingredients, and natural looking tan. So having those 3 things are very, like they hit home, it's strong, it's understandable. It's not like this long sentence that they have to dissect. So I don't think you want more than 150 characters. And you don't necessarily need emojis. Like I understand that can kind of be on brand, so you can use them, but try and figure out, it takes time. Like you need to figure out like the proper sentence that says everything in a few words. So it definitely takes time, and it won't always be right off the bat. So if you have to change it, you change it, but experiment, write it down, come up with different versions. All right, what's the path to get to templates again? You hit reel, and then you swipe right at the bottom. It says reels and templates at the bottom. Anyone else? I did see another question that was said, does Instagram favor their templates? And I have read that they do over your own content. That said, so I would honestly do a mix of both. It definitely does favor that because they want you to use their features, which is rude, but understandable. But if you want to create more creative work or you want to add your branding, say like your font over your reels, then you can't use their everything. So what I would do is I would recommend to just do a mixture. So that's actually what I'm going to start doing, is because I did recently read that they will favor, I've yet to experiment with it, but I have read that they will favor it. So I would do a mix so you can have both, which is all in my course in terms of what we post. It's not all 100% one type of content. You want to diversify so you're bringing in clients, entertaining clients, sharing your portfolio. So all those things. Do you recommend boosting your posts? 100%. I wouldn't do it all the time, but if it's a post that is solving a problem, or it's more of an ad, of course, don't just share a post that shows a pretty tan. Show a post that says your city, what you're offering, and to book now. So that 100% you can boost. Sorry, it's an ad. So definitely don't feel weird about that ever. Anyone else?
Sarah, do you want to quickly talk about what's going to be in your course, just so people can see if it's something that
sure,
would benefit them in their business? Like what's just like an overview?
Yeah, so it will be a 6-week long course. Each week there will be a different lesson, and the reason it's 6 weeks is because a lot of the feedback I've gotten is that people do find it difficult. That it is a lot of trial and error and repeat, like do it again, and starting very simple and then getting more advanced. And of course, there's so many different little intricate things in terms of creating a reel. So within that 6 weeks, we'll start at the basics. And ultimately, what I want to teach you, or what I will be teaching you, is finding your vibe, your brand through reels. So you've done branding, you know your colors, you know all those things, but there you can still have on-brand vibes. So mine's a bit moodier and a bit moodier, and I like to inspire. So I have that type of audio attached to it. So it's finding the type of reel that will speak to your audience and your branding. So I call that finding your reel identity. So I will teach you not only how to post and how to create these reels in terms of all the technicalities of transitions and all the features you can do, but you're doing that to create a reel that is on brand. So that's what I will be taking you through for 6 weeks. Each week we'll have a live lesson, and I will have a project for you to execute during that week. And then we'll go through critiques and make sure you're set up. At the end of the 6 weeks, you're a pro. So that's what that's for.
Okay, well, thank you, Sarah, so much. And thank you, everyone, for investing in yourself this morning and showing up. And even if you're confused, like, we will try to send out a recording and a second video with just a little more info on how to create a reel. And hit Sarah up if you guys have any other questions. Sarah, thank you.
Yes.
You're
so much.
the best. Okay.
Enjoyed. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Francine, just go to her page. So go to Sarah's page, and we'll put that in the email as well, but just go to her Instagram page and just message her the word Sana, and she'll give you all the info. Thanks, ladies. Have a great day.